Happy Friday.
Hey,
I'm
happy Friday.
Gene.
I'm Zane.
And you're hanging with Uncle.
Holy God, it's over.
Today is August 2nd. I don't remember we forgot to do it last time. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button,
Yes.
and that like button.
Yes, and hit the notification bell to know whenever we go live in the future, and also to know whenever we post our content so you can watch us later on in the week during work or whatever, when you're bored and when you have downtime.
And pay yourself.
Exactly. Do that, please. I'm trying to. Man, it's a tough world out there, to say the least. But we have an interesting show today.
You know, there's so much dumbassery going on out there. And a lot of it is dominated by one individual, or as I call them, the dumbass duo. And so today's show is just going to be an elongated dumbass of the week.
And hello. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I don't want to interrupt you. Hello to the early ones who have come into the chat and say hi. I always want to shout out to you guys, try to get you guys acknowledged. So, hi, Debster. I see you there.
Hi, Deb.
Hello, everybody. Sorry. Go ahead, sir.
So, yeah, today is one long dumbass of the week. And if you have any dumbass of your own, feel free to leave them in the chat. And, we'll pay them their due.
Exactly why I wanted to call out to the people who are early in the chat at the moment, because in the future, in shows, we're also going to try to reach out to you guys early, too, and see what we can talk about throughout the show.
Yeah.
But, okay, today, special Dumbass of the Week show. We're going to kick it off with, drum roll. Ding. I didn't know Kamala Harris was black.
Oh my God, she is?
What? No way. That's the dumbass part of it. Go ahead, Gene, if you want to start this.
So the dumbass duo, of course, is Cadet Bone Spurs and Shady Vance, right? And so this week, let's just start off with all the dumbass things that Cadet Bone Spurs did at the National Association of Black Journalists.
Yes, it was honestly pretty entertaining to watch.
Yeah. And the panel were 3 black women, one from ABC, Rachel Scott, I forget who the other one was, and the other was Harris Faulkner from Fox.
Okay.
And, he was welcomed to the stage, and Rachel Scott asked the question, using his own words, why should black people support you when you said X, Y, and Z about
all
them?
These things? Like,
if
Barack Obama's not from here. And
if you don't like what I'm saying, you don't like what happened. These words came out of your mouth.
Exactly.
And instead of answering the question or trying to be diplomatic and clarifying prior statements, he calls her rude and nasty, thinking that's the way to earn the African American vote during this election cycle. He's a dumbass.
He is. Yeah, he definitely was. He called it's very rude, not even a hello. I mean, they did. They say, well, hello, Mr. Trump, sit down.
Yeah.
They have the greetings, welcome here. And they did. And then moved on to proceed to talk more about himself and not really answering the questions more directly. He was very scapegoaty, very dodgy, not really hitting the actual questions, which we all expect, of course.
And just to touch on the one you opened with, she didn't know she was black. She just found out she was black. And I'm just like, boom, you're a dumbass. Number one, as a teenager, she went to a historically black college.
Yep.
Joined the oldest black female sorority, the Alpha Kappas. Has always identified herself as a black woman of mixed heritage.
Yeah, because that was the other thing. He dodged and said, "Well, I thought she was only like Indian."
See, and that's where we've talked about before about what are you? Why do you have the need to try to pigeonhole me to justify your insults and say it's okay?
I have one little thing to take away from this. How come she gets to get the black label, but I have to try to work for it? Like, yo, I don't know. The point being, like, yeah, she is black Indian, of course. We all know that. Like how Tiger Woods black Asian, right? I'm black white. Like, that's how it is. It's a mix. It's a thing. It exists. And then he proceeds to not accept his word, or try to even not accept his words, but defend and or kind of reason with what they were saying towards him. They spoke his own words to him to get a reaction of more of like, how you can defend yourself, sir. Let's hear you say what could be said to get these black votes, and he did none of that at all.
This reminds me, that comment he made reminds me of an old Chappelle Show skit.
Uh-huh.
The racial draft.
Yeah.
It's like, who's going to draft Tiger Woods? The black people or the Asians?
Yeah.
It's
I remember that.
It's just like, you guys are stupid. You are a bunch of dumbasses. You cannot pigeonhole people based on the color of their skin, or who their parents were. They had no input on it.
And then again, instead of defending himself, he proceeded to attack instead of defend again. So he went and said that she's using it as a political stance as well. She's using her blackness to become to get the black vote, but she's always been that way. Like, it's her. She's only black when it's political. That's his shtick on it. I just think,
all I have to say is, look at her playlist.
Exactly. That's bottom line. And then the other thing they brought up is what he defines as a black job. I don't know if you caught that part.
Oh, that's another dumbass comment that he made.
What he defines as a black job is any job, all jobs. Right away.
Right.
He comes right
So using that logic, they're coming here to take the president of the United States job.
Yeah, exactly. They're coming to take all jobs. They're taking all black jobs. They're coming to take all these jobs. So what? Why? No, stop, Donald. Shame on you again. Simone Biles had a comment on Twitter about it.
Yeah.
She said, celebrating my black job. And she was holding up her gold medal.
Love Simone, man.
I love it. It's so sick, dude.
I love Simone.
It's so sick, but
again,
what the hell is a black job?
I've asked you this question before. I've asked this to many dumbass people that have asked this question about taking your jobs. Tell me one job that they have that you want.
Waiting for that.
I'm
response.
waiting.
Yeah. I mean, Debster, you're right. He's such a tool. It's so true. I mean, the whole interview is amazing to watch. Check it out yourself, please, of course. We always encourage you guys to go find your own information. We won't tell you the whole thing. You guys can go watch. It's honestly really entertaining. Get a snack. Honestly, hit the pipe. Just kidding. But
well,
not really.
The thing to me which capped it off at the end, because, you should go watch the whole thing yourself. Secret Service came on stage and took him away, saying, sorry, but cut it short. We're not answering any more questions. We have places to go.
Cut it short. When he was the one who showed up late, too, didn't he?
I don't know who showed up late, but the bottom line is, when the questions got too deep, when his own words were being used against him, they rushed him off the stage.
Yep, they knew. He's just out there being duck hunts. It's
we
got to get him out of there.
And his running partner, Shady Vance, and the dumbass things he said.
The next part of the dumbass.
Oh my God. So he's on this show with a bunch of kids that looks like, I don't know what the setup behind him is, what they're advertising or pitching.
Context is.
None whatsoever, so I'm not going to make any accusations.
You can go and find out
but,
about them too.
Yeah, go look and see. But Vance actually said, to these guys trying to, bro it up, like, I'm one of you guys, let's laugh it up. This is really a funny story. How I'm on the phone with President Trump and my 10-year-old comes up to me about Pikachu, and I said, will you shut the hell up about Pikachu? I'm on the phone with Donald Trump. He told his son to shut the hell up.
Jesus. I don't think I've ever told my kid to shut up. I don't like that.
No.
He's trashy. I saw that his ratings have gone down
Oh,
tremendously.
man. He's in a maelstrom.
He was on like a 20% disapproval rate. Now it's like a 40% disapproval rate.
47 was the last I heard.
Last year heard 47.
Yeah,
Jeez.
disapproval
And
rating.
what? That was like 2 weeks?
Okay, so
Do they keep records of stuff like that?
the Democrats have their convention on the 19th of this month.
Mm.
The only question is, do they get rid of Vance before or after? And is there any fodder out there willing to step in and take the brunt of the onslaught of Kamala's momentum?
Who's going to debate her, Gene? Do you
No
think
one.
J.D. Vance is going to go make a fool of himself?
He
or
won't debate her.
You don't think so?
He won't debate whoever the vice presidential nominee is.
I really want to see one.
And Cadet Bonespurs will not defend or debate Kamala Harris.
Because he's not witty enough to.
No,
He
he's
doesn't
not.
He doesn't have the IQ for it.
I mean, it's like, I love her comments, you know, on the stump now. Say it to my face.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just calling him out. And he's a chicken.
She's using his own words against him, too, in like campaign
Exactly.
ads, too. It's great.
So I bet that he does show up for the debate. I would say don't put it out of the realm of impossibility.
I'm hoping
Because she will show up.
Mm-hmm.
And
Of course she
And
would.
debate an empty podium like Ossoff did against Purdue in the Georgia Senate primary.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was 4 years ago.
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
And
Good memory.
Yeah. I know. I'm crazy that way. But she will show him up on national television for the failure and fraud and criminal that he is, without interruption. And so I bet he will show up just to try and defend himself a little bit.
Debster says Trump shouldn't debate her. She'll clean the floor with him.
Without a doubt.
Honestly.
Without a doubt.
With the mop and everything. Would it be very clean, though? It might bleach it orange. Just kidding. No.
Oh, that reminds me of a joke I heard.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I've been white all my life, and now I find out I'm orange.
No. Yo, no. But anyways, let us know how you feel about those two there, because those are... Again, the right is falling completely. Kyle Rittenhouse even had a dumbass moment. So he went out and said he was going to go and write in Ron Paul for voting, right? On video, posted it on Twitter. And then, like, literally 12 hours later, he rebuttals and, like, refreshes, like, oh, you know what? Actually, I talked with Trump's people and all that, and you know what? It's good. Like, yeah, go vote for him, and I agree with his, like, laws and stance on guns and
Was
shit.
it Ron Paul or
Yeah.
Rand Paul?
Rand Paul, some
Okay.
Paul, I don't know.
Because
Right
Ron
in-
Paul ran for president, is Rand Paul's father, but I believe he's passed away.
Was that a while? Okay, Rand Paul. Sorry, Ron.
All right.
It sounds the same to me.
Well,
But
that's what I'm just making a clarification for our audience.
But yeah, and I apologize. Again, check it out yourself. We're not news. We're not accurate. There you go. But he then doubled that rebuttal, take it back, and on Twitter 12 hours later.
Yeah.
And everyone's calling him out on it too, because it's really funny to watch mag hats come at him when he said he's going to write in Rand Paul and say, well, you murdered those people and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You guys said he didn't, though. It was self-defense, so now he murdered them. But then when he talked to Trump's mob people, it's okay. Now everything's cool. Yeah, no, you're good, man. Everyone makes mistakes. It's okay, right?
And let's not forget J.D. Vance doubling down and tripling down, defending his comment that the problem with this country is that we are run by childless cat ladies.
What? Childless cat ladies?
Childless cat ladies. So, think of...
But isn't he the one that wants to tax people who don't have children?
Well, and that's something else. So, J.D. Vance has also said we need to have a tax code put in place that those who make $100,000 and have 3 kids should pay a lower tax rate than those who make $100,000 and have no kids.
Mm-hmm.
And in theory, that makes sense, right?
Correct. Yeah.
But it already exists because it's called the child tax credit. So it's already in place.
Right.
So J.D. Vance, you're a dumbass. It already exists. You know,
No.
It's like you think we're stupid and you insult my intelligence and all you do is piss me off with your dumbassery.
The part I'm stuck on is, what does he have against childless cat ladies? Like, what does that mean? Debster says that's
stake in
her.
the game.
Debster says that's her, that she's childless as a cat lady. You have children. They're fur babies. I have a fur baby. She's a doggo. But,
Yeah. I mean, our kids are grown and gone. We have a cat.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a childless cat lady. That's the bottom line. That's where that's where I'm like, what is with the dumbass comment? What does that have to do with anything?
That's just I've told you before, man. They have no sense of humor.
Mm-mm.
You know, he says, well, I said it sarcastically. Well, it's not funny.
I didn't mean it, bro. I said it to make you laugh. It doesn't make it true or real.
Yeah, if you were on stage, a comedian, you'd have bottles thrown at you.
Like asking if you were racist. If you... Just kidding, never mind. Yeah,
which is another dumbass thing that Bone Spurs did at the NABJ.
Oh, God, what happened? Oh, wait. Debster has 3 cats. I need names and types. I love cats, but I'm allergic. That's the issue. I love Tom, but I can't pet him and touch my face.
That's my cat.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was really out of context. But anyways.
But, well, you're over here all the time.
Yeah,
anyway.
true.
Your keywords.
Yeah, it does. But what did he say during the racist thing that he said?
So they asked him about Project 2025.
Okay.
And
spicy.
Does he really oppose DEI? And he's like, well, define DEI. What is DEI?
Oh,
and
DEI
she's like,
is
diversity, ethnicity, and inclusion. Well,
which is the definition.
Give me a definition. Well, I just fucking gave it to you. Now answer my question. You know, and he dodged the question and never answered it. Because remember, if you say you're a DEI hire, you're saying you only have that job because of the color of your skin and you're not qualified. You're taking it from a qualified white male person. That's why they oppose DEI and their train of thought.
What is PE? Physical education. Yeah, what does that mean? Physical education. Lord
so,
have
I mean,
me.
Just the complete dumbass things that came out of his mouth this week, both their mouths, and I'll cut it short because we have another important dumbass topic to talk about.
Tallulah, Fiona, and Pete, cute. It's really cute. They're all siblings. Aw, from the same litter. That's cute. I used to have a cat back in the day. She was an orange tabby. Yes, we do have a pretty dumb topic to talk about. This is the final one. Anybody have any dumb topics? We can bring them up. But this one's coming from the Olympics. The Olympics are going on, if you did not know. Welcome to Earth. The rock has been lifted. The Olympics are happening, okay? But boxing has a little issue going on, especially with female boxing at the moment, where people are pointing fingers and saying witch when there's no witches at all. 2 ladies were boxing each other, and within 45 seconds into the fight, one punch, the other one gets hit in the face, says her nose is broken, and calls the fight and withdraws. And then complains and says it's up to the department, the boxing people, to look into it, saying that there's something to look into.
The IOC.
Correct, thank you, the IOC, which there is not anything to look into. But a lot of people then jumped onto the conclusion that the person that she was boxing against is a trans female, where she was born male and became female to compete, which is Italy versus Algeria, right? I said that correct, Algeria, I'm sorry. I'm illiterate. And Algeria women, I've heard, have a tendency to have high testosterone, right? Or extra XY information. Look into it. Again, you can look into the information. It's all there online, okay? You can find it in her history. But she has had an issue with competing because she has high testosterone. She's honestly a lot larger than all the other females. She's taller and longer reach, and she's known for her long reach. Little history, she was kicked out of a competition because of her high testosterone that she naturally produces. But the country that she is from, which is anti-trans and also anti-gay, supported her and said, no, she is not. She needs to compete. And then they allowed her to compete from further competitions than on, right? Now, 2020, these two have fought before, and the one that lost in the recent fight won in competition. The smaller boxer, okay?
The game is afoot, Watson.
Yeah, you're keeping up with me here, eh, Gene? So now, fast forward to now today, where she ended up losing because her nose was broken. Then says that the IOC needs to look into it. She's complaining, she's quitting, and she's trying to find a excuse out of it. But now everybody on Twitter is jumping to conclusions, calling the opposing boxer from Algeria trans, which is impossible.
You know, that sounds like a move straight out of Kid Ed Bonespur's playbook.
It's
when
really
I
dumb.
win, it's okay. When I lose, it's rigged.
It's really stupid, honestly. There's a lot to pull from it. One, this one boxer has been going through a lot of scrutiny, a lot of hate for who she is naturally as a person. When, on the other flip side of the pancake, we praise people who have these naturally gifted abilities. Wembanyama from France, for example. He is a freak of nature, not in any derogatory way or making him in a bad light, but he is literally a monster. He is larger than everybody else on the court. His wingspan is 8 feet long. Like, he's insane. We praise him for that. Michael Phelps, we praise him for being a freak of nature because he has all these double jointed bones. His wingspan is massive, but he shouldn't be able to move that way. LeBron James is another example. But what's the difference between these people? They're all male.
Mm-hmm.
So now, a lot of people are targeting her for, well, where you have high testosterone, at least, that is still something that shouldn't be in the game. Well, you have to think a lot of enhancements with hormones have happened within sports. Messi is a prime example of that. Messi had to take testosterone to perform because of a sickness that he had or an illness that he had or something like that, right? So, in theory, people who are arguing against her having high testosterone or needing that testosterone to win, there's examples of that in male sports where it's okay. So that's where one dumbass approach comes from. And the other is that the other girl is trying to find a cop-out for quitting. She literally just quit. Yeah. Like, you got punched in the face and you quit.
Not a lot of fighting that dog.
No, not at all. You're playing a high contact sport where the priority is to get punched where, Gene?
In the face.
In the face.
You're in the Olympics. You're fighting for your life, your country, and you quit after one punch. Did she ever get punched in the face during practice? I guess nobody's ever had their nose broken in a boxing match.
No, that's not true, right? Misinformation, Gene, fake news. No, plenty of people have had their nose broken in boxing before.
Every fight. Look at Jerry Cooney's nose.
It's all in different angles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that's so crazy. So
even his eyes go.
it's a solid right, too. She takes a solid right to the face, nose broken, quits, right? And then goes onto the podium saying that it needs to be investigated. Lord have mercy, right? But everyone's so, like, into wanting to label people and call things out, like the whole trans label and thing like that. I'm so tired of it already, man. Like, I don't know how anyone's, like, bored of it. Like, or how you're not bored of it.
Honestly,
like,
I'm not trying to be thoughtless when I say I don't care, but I'm not the one in the ring getting punched in the face, so
no.
I don't care.
I mean, you chose to do that, bottom line. You know? And then another thing, just kind of hop next to the whole trans thing. It's not something that we're trying to like throw in people's faces. It really is just another thing, is just dumbassery that I noticed on here. Creators are thinking and are super comfortable with talking about hatred towards a particular people, and that's not it's not okay. A creator on Twitter, not really anything important, said that they don't like, there's these type of people, like you people. I hate that term, you people. When a trans person is commenting on a comment on another Twitter, right? She replies, "My husband doesn't like you people either because that person said I feel bad for right, or your husband or your whatever. It's not even husband. She's had a kid with him though.
Yeah.
But being transphobic, she says you're 18, you have your whole life ahead of you, and you're going to fuck it up by being chronically online and making a choice that's something that's not normal and blah blah blah. But she's using the derogatory "you people" because they aren't trans. She said, "Well, my husband doesn't like you either."
I mean, you and I both have experience with that term, "you people."
Oh, yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up, right? I don't like the "you people." I don't, and it's not good. Because her husband, or not even husband, sorry, I don't want to mislabel because they're not married. The person that she's with is a very huge, iconic person in the League of Legends scene in video games.
Yeah.
And he's going on the LCS this weekend to go on to the show. But she made those comments throughout the week, and the LCS is very LGBTQ supportive. So she ended up having to be and show her dumbassery by apologizing, leaving an apology post.
Amen.
Don't want to hurt my man's image when he has something big going on, right? So,
I'll tell you another example of the "you people," and I hear Cadet Bonespurs using it all the time.
Oh God!
And he did it at the NABJ when he's talking about "you people," the journalist. He's already labeling them enemies of
you
the people. Calling the media "you people." He does that all the time.
And then scapegoating and saying, "No, I'm meaning the media, the fake news," when it's normally towards an ethnic person.
It's anyone that's saying something that is negative about him. That's all it is. He can't handle the truth. So he's just a total dumbass. He and Vance both. I mean, how could you brag and think that's funny? Telling your kid to shut the hell up.
It's not even. It's not something to be proud of.
No,
honestly, it's not. Well,
I'm all out of dumbasses.
All out of our dumbasses of the week.
Yeah.
Let us know what else you have experienced throughout the week of dumbassery, because that's what we wanted to bring to light this week.
I feel cleansed now. Yeah, getting all that dumbass shit off of me.
It was like a vent session. Anyways, get out there and pay yourself. Take care of yourself.
Register to vote.
Yes, I updated my address, by the way. Update from last week's episode. I'm Zane.
I'm Gene.
And it's been Hanging with Uncle. I hope you had a wonderful week. Enjoy the short episode. We will see you all next week with a full episode, of course, with a lot of information.
And don't forget, be kind to one another and treat each other the way you want to be treated.
Of course. We'll see y'all next week. Later.